Hey, good morning, gang. It is Monday, January 9. Welcome. Glad you're back. Hope you had a great weekend. Looking forward to seeing the halls as always. Couple things, and then I'm going to jump into my devotion. Kind of a light week overall, I would say. The big heavy piece probably is map testing. And so the window opens today, but our first test is tomorrow. Okay, map testing window opens today, but our map testing starts tomorrow. So tomorrow is math, and then Wednesday is reading, and then we have faith families on Thursday, so that's going to be awesome. And then our final map testing day is Friday. It's the language usage day. Okay, so do your very, very, very best to be here. We get it. If you're not, we'll try and we'll figure that out. We have a couple of makeup dates. And have your computer charged and ready to go. Highly recommend you bring your charger that day, but it really puts a wrinkle in things when you don't have your computer. It puts a wrinkle in things, so we got to figure that out. Okay, so Tuesday's math, Wednesday's reading, faith families Thursday, and then Friday is language usage. Okay. And the final calendar thing that's listed here, I'm off campus. The seven of us, the leadership team, every quarter, we go off campus and we sit in meetings for, basically all day. So it's really, really good, really, really productive, but it does mean I'm out for the day. All right. A couple things here, gang. Spanish, semester one, folks, we get this question all the time. From many, many, many of you about Garbanzo. Does my account just sort of close? The answer is no. You can keep going. So I highly encourage that. Keep going with Garbanzo. It's a great option for study hall, done with your homework. There's all kinds of ways, but we get that question all the time because the students really like it. So yes, you can keep going. Semester two, folks, the folks that just started it last week, you're going to be signing up relatively soon. And that means all new sixth graders, so all sixth graders, right? And then all new to Denver Christian students. So like last year, if you were at Denver Christian last year in middle school, you should be up and running. So again, new to middle school students, sixth grade, all of sixth grade, and then new to DC. So again, semester one, keep going. Semester two, you're going to get signed up soon. Checkpoint executive functioning class. We have one more spot available. It's the Tuesday, Thursday from 3:30 to 4 spot. If you're interested in that, please talk to Mrs. Rudy, and she will get you signed up. So again, the checkpoint, that's been overwhelmingly positive for those students. I mean, just game changers. So again, that one more spot, Tuesday and Thursday, 3:30 until 4. Let's see. We're going to wait one more week. I've gotten a few requests from teachers. You know, with this early in the grading period, one grade can make or break you. So I'm going to hold off on one more week for Grade Guardian, let more grades get in there, get things rolling. So I'm not going to be checking eligibility this week. I will wait until next week, Tuesday. Obviously not here on Monday, but next week, Tuesday. All right, last thing here is I'm sending some stuff out, some really interesting stuff about our high school's dual enrollment program. Basically, you walk out of here, if you take a dual enrollment class and do well, you walk out of here with a college transcript. So like my kids, both my two children, walked out of here and entered college as second semester freshmen. They got a whole semester done here, and they walk out with a Colorado Christian University transcript, and it transfers. It's awesome. Plus, it saves me a ton of money. Plus, it opens up options for my kids to take classes, maybe different electives or whatever. So, like my son loved taking a class on speech and on giving speeches, and so he was able to do that because his dual enroll classes were such a game changer. My son took the final dual enroll Spanish class, so he did not have to take Spanish in college. And then my daughter had it where some of her dual enrollments were math and science, but since she's a nursing student, she had to take all that at the college level anyway. So what she did was plug those into her electives in college. Anyway, it was awesome. And so there's a link in the email that I sent and in the notes of this video that link to kind of a description of the dual enrollment process. And man, it is absolute game changer. Okay, let's move on to church. Yesterday was a Grow Group Sunday for us. It's where you hear from folks in the congregation, and what's fun is there's a few folks at my church who are Denver Christian people, and so there was a couple of Denver Christian people up there. It was really neat. But the cool thing is, so right, we just talked about being a community builder on Thursday. This Sunday was all about community, and the title was Unlikely Community. So I'm going to kind of get that going in just a second. I'm going to tell you what that means. So community, according to Pastor Brett, community is necessary. Like, it's important. It's valued. We talked about that Thursday, right? You are a valuable member of this community. The person sitting next to you, behind you, down the hall from you, in a different class from you, someone you may not even know their name in your middle school, in Denver Christian, they're a valued member of your community. You are a valued member of my community. I love you dearly for that. Relationships. So there's a study out. It's a longitudinal study over many, 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 many years, if not decades. And the number one thing that helps people thrive is relationships. Well, relationships are the core of community. Number two is it's multifaceted. In other words, it's there's variety. It's different. It's got all kinds of folks in it. There's no opting out. You can't say, I'm good. I got all the money I need. I got a roof over my head. I have a meal every morning. I'm good. I don't need to be a part of a community. There is no opting out. Not an option. You are a valued member of this community, and because of that, you are required to give back to that community, just as someone is required to give back to you as a member of this community. In the early church, in Acts 2, verse 42, it talks about, the title is The Fellowship of the Believers. They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and to prayer. Everyone was filled with awe, and many wonders and miraculous signs were done by the apostles. All the believers were together and had everything in common. Selling their possessions and goods, they gave to anyone as he had need. So that you have a need, I'm in. How can I help? What can I do? What do you need? Every day they continued to meet together in the temple's court. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of all the people. It doesn't say of their best friends. It doesn't say, I'm not going around those people because I don't like them and they look funny to me. It says all the people. You do not have a choice. And the Lord added to their number daily those who were being saved. In other words, this community was so unbelievable. If something sticks, make this stick. The people that were not a part of this community, or maybe were not believers at the time, they were looking at these Christians saying, wow, look how they treat one another. I want to be a part of that. Sometimes we as Christians, how we treat each other, sometimes it's really public. Non-Christians say, that's a Christianity? I don't want to be a part of that community. I don't want anything to do with that. But no. It says, be so loving, so giving, so welcoming that other people, non-believers, maybe it's on your team, maybe your club team or whatever, they look at that and say, if that's how Christians treat one another, I want to be a part of that. So in other words, Denver Christian Middle School community, we want people not in this community. They shadow, they walk through the halls. You talk about this school with your friends. We want them to say, if that's how Denver Christian Middle School students treat one another, I want to be a part of that. Because sometimes the opposite is true. That's how Denver Christian Middle School students treat one another? No thanks. Be a community that people want to be a part of. Okay? Breaking bread refers to communion services that were celebrated in remembrance of Jesus and were patterned after the Last Supper that Jesus... So we break bread together. We break bread together. So yesterday after church, at the end of church, we had communion. That's kind of how we rounded out. And then the final thing was the unlikely community. So it's not about, I'll be a community, but only with my best friends. Or I'll be a community with you today, but if you make me mad or post something about me, I'm not going to be your community. That's not what it's about. It says, you're in my community, best friend or not, enemy or not. You're in my community. I'm in your community, best friend or not, enemy or not. That is my challenge to you, a bucket-filling community. How are you going to be a community that people say, I want to be a part of that. I want to be next to that kid. I want to be in that kid's community. Anyway, that's my challenge for you. Be good. Love you all. Take care. Bye.